So a lot of basketball going on here, Roy. Both varsity action for the girls and the guys going on tomorrow. So yeah, as Jeff said, come out and check out the number 2 seed in the regional, the Lady Railers, with a lot of youth on that basketball team from what I've read. I've not seen them play yet this year, but a lot of youth on the varsity action, which is nice to see.
Third quarter underway. Railers down 3. Starters on the floor for Lincoln: Grunder, Fry, Bowers, Isles, and Hop. Johnson, McLean, Cook, Smith, and Brummett for Coach Ron Ingram and the General.
Well, we talked about it at half, Jeff. The Railers have got to make this their tempo game with 237 points for MacArthur, 34. Not what the Railers are built for. They're built for that 40, 45 points per game. That's offensively and defensively. When you get up in the 50s and 60s, that usually doesn't spell well for the Railers.
And just that quickly, we see Isaiah Bowers trying to make a move on the baseline, but Isaiah is called for steps. So again, one of those unforced errors. And against a team like MacArthur, you know, we've heard Coach say it many times, there's a lot of games where the Railers' margin for error is 0. And against MacArthur, that's one of those teams.
Yeah, you're right. And they've gotten, problem is they can get such easy scores, which is right there and right there. Putbacks and easy. Kamonte Johnson, just a lob to him. There's got to be better ball pressure on the ball so that the lob pass doesn't get there too easy. But then we finally get to Kamonte Johnson's to miss. And then the big boy underneath DJ Smith with the rebound.
Free throw on the way, that'll rattle out, no good. First foul of the night whistled on Garrett Isles, first on the team here in half number 2. Not a lot of fouls called in the first half. Of course, Railer fans will remember, Josh, that the Railers' last trip, as he makes the second one, over to Decatur to take on MacArthur. MacArthur was whistled for 5 fouls the entire game.
Yeah, the Railers got to continue to get...
Bad pass intended for Isles, thrown away, stolen. Scoop layup will roll off, no good. Tip try, no good. Johnson with the rebound. Ball loose on the floor, still being kicked around. Who's going to grab it? And we've got alternating possession, and the alternating possession will send it back to MacArthur. So first minute or so, the Railers had just not found a way to take care of the basketball.
No.
And you know, MacArthur's going to take opportunities. You can't give them more.
You're right. They'll take it from you as quick as you can see, and they've been able to do that.
Inbound pass, too easy for Johnson. Catches, goes to the glass, off and good. It's a 10-1 run for the Generals. They're now up 40-34 as we're near the 6.5-minute mark of quarter number 3.
Well, I think, too, you can start to see them smell a little blood right now. Against the Railers. Their pressure defense starts to pick up a little bit. That's Hop with a nice drive to the basket on a big score for the Railers, but the Railers have got to do it on this end, Jeff. We've got to get stops, keep it away from the Kamonte Johnson, especially underneath.
40-36 on that make by Hop. Hop with the last 5 points for Lincoln. Pull-up jumper.
Man. That's
going to be up and good for Brummett.
Amir Brummett, and what a sophomore he is. That was a 2-dribble pull-up from about 17 feet, and man, they've got, of course, the 2 twins, and then they've got the other guy that comes off the bench, Keenan Ingram, a 6-foot sophomore. We saw the Railers had trouble with them, and MacArthur won in the sophomore game 51-47.
Foul on the far side, whistled against Cook, his second. 42-36, under 6 minutes to go in the third. Bowers in the corner, drives right down the lane, throws it up over the front of the rim, and good.
Yeah, good job by Isaiah. And I think he got too comfortable early on, Jeff, because he made those 4 threes that he was settling for jump shots and for 3-pointers, and that's not his strength. His strength is getting to the basket, as he just showed right there.
And unless you're Curry from Golden State, they're not all going to go in.
No.
42-38, Railers have cut it to 4. They try to dump it inside. Ball loose, Johnson picks it up, dumps it down. Foul's going to be whistled on Grunder. MacArthur's going to the line for 2. And, you know, again, I think we've talked about it before. Kamonte Johnson reminds me so much of what he can do that Michael Chandler from Southeast used to do. If he gets it at the free throw line, something good is going to happen for that team every time.
Yeah, and the Railers have done a poor job, really, of defending around the basket. A lot of easy passes. You know, you talk about guys keeping their hands up on defense. Well, it's not just the guards. Our big guys or our guys underneath have got to keep their hands up and to get some deflections, or at least make it not such an easy pass down low, because they get it that deep and that low, it's going to be 2 points.
Misses the second one. 43-38. Railers still within 5. 5:10 to go in the third quarter. Isles on the left side to Bowers. Bowers at the free throw line, drives in, fakes one way, kicks back out. Now they work it around the perimeter to Isles. Back to Fry down in the corner. He dribbles out near top of the key. Bowers looks to go backdoor, but it goes off the foot of Kemonte Johnson, so it'll stay with the Railers.
You know, and Jeff, the Railers can't get Isles open either. You know, he's had the one good look, I think, here. That's been his only shot attempt on the game. It was over here. I think Bowers found him early in the first quarter. After that, you make 10 threes in a game, and guys start to take notice, and there have been teams that just flat out try to lock him down, and they've done a pretty good job of it.
Nice move on the post, won't go down. Ball flipped around into the hands of MacArthur. McLean up quickly to Brummett. Brummett on top to McLean. Looking down low, he backs the dribble near the timeline as he's watched by Bowers. 4:35 to go. Railers trail 43-38. Going baseline, Johnson off the glass, no good. Gets his own rebound, goes up strong. That one won't go down, but he is going back to the line. And Kemonte Johnson is really able to do anything he wants in the paint.
Yeah, I would assume he's probably getting some small college looks. Not sure about his grades or what that is, because that, of course, factors into where you can get into as far as your schoolwork. But man, he just finds a way to find the basketball. The guys, his teammates, do a good job of finding him around the rim, and he's got really good hands. I mean, I don't know if there's too many balls that don't get out of his hands, or if they make a tough pass to him, he does a good job of catching the basketball, and he always goes strong to the basket.
Both free throws go down for Johnson, 45-38. MacArthur's now stretched it out to a 7-point lead. Top on the far side to Grunder. Grunder's picked up his dribble, hands to KJ. KJ kicks it back out. Jumper on the way from Isaiah, back of the rim, no good. Ball bounces out to Garrett Isles. Isles back to Hop. Hop, pull up, 15, no. Rebound, fighting for it. Bowers tried to get it, but it's Johnson who comes out with it for the Generals. Brummett with a fake, drives in, little scoop shot, that's no good. Rebound, throws it up, won't go down. But there is DJ Smith on the rebound and the putback and the foul.
Yeah, again, getting on the backboards, that's where the Railers have struggled with. And Jeff, you've seen for so many years, in the last couple of years anyway, that when a guy will drive to the basket, we've had Edward Bowlby there, we've had Gavin Block to take a charge. Our guys now, we don't look to take very many charges. That time Grunder tried to go up and block a shot, and we're not going to block a lot of shots. And then when you go for a block shot, it becomes you're less likely to get a rebound. And that time again, the Generals on the bank board.
KJ Fry, left side three, hits.
Well, as badly as we've been on the boards, Jeff, and as easy baskets have we given the MacArthur Generals, we're still right in it. 47-41 with 3:41. A lot of time left here in the third, plus the fourth. So we're not playing great, but we're giving up some easy baskets.
Reminder, as MacArthur takes a 30-second timeout, that Railer basketball is brought to you by Lincoln Printers, Community Action Partnership of Central Illinois, Timbercrest Vet Services, Gym Examiners, Ford Lincoln, Town and Country Bank, and Bright Idea Screen Printing, bringing you Railer basketball throughout the year. Railers down 47-41. Ben Grunder went to the bench a few moments ago with his fourth foul.
Well, I'll tell you, the first half, really, the Railers did a pretty good job of rebounding. We were out rebounding MacArthur 15-11. It didn't seem like it, but we were able to get a few boards, got a few offensive boards, but it's been all MacArthur here on the rebounding advantage here in the second half.
Johnson catches at the free throw line, gets it to Thaxton, tries to get it back out. Nice job by KJ Fry as Johnson tried to dump it down to Brummett. KJ got right in the way and stole it. So after the MacArthur turnover, let's see if the Railers can take advantage. KJ, nice shot take, gets it back out to Hop. Hop's going to drive the lane. It opens up, had it stripped away, saved it inbounds back to Bowers. Isaiah now in a double team. Over to Drew Bacon in the lineup for the Railers.
Yeah, Hop's got to continue to go to the basket. He got that one tipped away, but again, Aaron's got to get to the hoop.
So like you said, as KJ drives in, nobody gets in his way. Left hand, he throws it up. KJ goes down hard, and he'll go to the line shooting 2. Nice job by KJ switching hands to try and get a better shot off. And Fry with the drive to the basket will send him to the line shooting 2.
Well, being a shooter, you've got to give him some different look. You know, normally KJ is just a spot-up shooter from the outside, and when the Generals come out and pressure you really past the three-point line, you've got to give them something different to kind of honor your game a little bit. And that time KJ got to the hole and was able to get fouled, and now made the first free throw.
KJ came in averaging 8. He's already at 12. Make it 13 as he hits the second, and it's now 47-43.
Yeah, you're right. Another big 2 points for the Railers, and cut this thing within 4, and it doesn't seem like it because the baskets for MacArthur are so easy anymore, it seems like. But again, the Railers have found a way to hang in there.
And this is something, as we see they take a little bit of the air out of the basketball, we've seen them be very good and very patient at this, and you've talked about it. You know, as great as the Railers are defensively, after 45, 50 seconds of playing defense, it gets hard to do.
Well, you're right, and as much as you want a shot clock in high school, MacArthur will definitely pull it out on you. And, you know, there's times where we pull it out on teams, and you like not having a shot clock, but when you get it done to yourself, as MacArthur has done several times, not only this year but last year as well, you know, they got a chance to be able to hold it for a minute or so, even more, with their ball handlers and their quickness.
They lob it all the way over. Nice catch by Brummett here in the near corner. Now they attack the basket. McLean bounces to Johnson. And we've got alternating possession. Nice job by Aaron Hop. We had a great look at it as Hop reached down to keep it away from Johnson. The near side official called alternating possession as Hoppy forced it. Ball back to the Railers.
Well, we talked about this. I think it was last year. I don't think in the Collinsville game that they had much of a trouble to do this, but they just look out of sorts sometimes when they decide to hold the ball for too long because that's not their game. But you know, the turnovers happen when I think they could keep attacking and continue to do what they were doing.
Bowers brings the dribble into the front court for the Railers. 1:40 to go. Quick move in third quarter. Still at 47-43. KJ on the right wing, back out to Bryson Kirby. He's in the lineup. Bacon, now to Hop. Hop's going to pull up from 17. Front of the rim, no, gets his own rebound. Tried to kick it out to Drew Bacon, but Bacon was trying, looked like he was already on his way heading down court to play defense. And so the Railers, Hop throws it out. Minute 20 to go in the third. McLean lobs it near side to Johnson. Ball tipped, but into the hands of Brummett from 15, no. And we're going to have a foul as KJ Fry looked like he did a good job of boxing out. And so the foul is going to be whistled on MacArthur. Foul on Armand Brummett, his second, third team foul. So right now MacArthur's sort of hit a lull.
Yeah.
The trouble is Railers can't take advantage.
Well, we got the 2 free throws by Fry, and then we went empty last possession. The Railers have got to get scores, of course, when the Generals don't. So a big possession here for the Railers. If you hold for one, I don't think you can. There's a lot of time left. We started this with about 1:04 left on the clock for the third quarter, and that's a long time to hold it against the Generals.
Bacon now over to Kirby on the right wing. Back on top to Hop. Bowers leads with 16 so far tonight. KJ with 13. 47-43. Railers down by 4 as we near 30 seconds to go here in the third. Bowers now to Hop. Aaron checks the clock.
Yeah, I'd love to see Aaron Hop just kind of spread out and everybody else get out of the way and take McLean to the basket.
Hop at the timeline, down to 13. Left wing to Bryson Kirby. Bacon lost it. Ball flipped around. McLean comes out with it, still fighting for it. Down to 1. Half court on the way. And it goes. Count the basket. things could not have gone worse for the Railers at the end of the third quarter. The three from McLean makes it 50-43. We head to the fourth. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball. Along with Josh Komnick, Lloyd Kirby handling the video duties here tonight. Paula Kodat back at the studios. Jeff Benjamin with you. 50-43, MacArthur with the basketball. And we talked about it right at the end. That third quarter could not have ended in a worse way for the Railers. Looking to run and get a last-second shot. They lose it. McLean picks it up after a little bit of being scattered around on the floor and fires one in from half court.
Yeah, and worst part is they get the ball now. So they start the quarter and looks like they're going to decide to hold it out a little bit. Hold it out and not be near as aggressive. And you know, as you said, the Railers went from down 4 with a chance to score to down 7, and MacArthur had the ball.
MacArthur turns it over, though. Nice job by the Railers stripping it away. And then a reach foul is going to be whistled on Brummett. That'll be his third. Being just a little too aggressive with an official standing 6 feet away. Coach Ingram's not happy about it, but the official, he's not questioning the call he made.
No, he did. They were pressuring from the perimeter, and the Railers have got to be strong with the ball. I think MacArthur smells a little blood right now. After that big half-court shot by McLean.
50-43, minute gone by in the fourth. Railers need to find some offense. And then a foul down low is going to go against MacArthur, and that will go against Amir Brummett.
So 5 team fouls for MacArthur, 6 for the Railers. The Railers would love to get a couple more here and get in that bonus and get some easy scores from the foul line with that clock standing still.
Fry dribbles through. Picked up his dribble now on the far side to Bacon, now to Kirby. Hop looks to make a move going baseline, still working against McLean. Fadeaway jumper, no good, fighting for the rebound. Tracked down by McLean, kicks it over to Bowers, but Bowers had it stripped away by the Generals, and MacArthur looks to score. McLean, head to Johnson, and we've got a blocking foul. It's going to be whistled on Drew Bacon. Drew tried to step in and take the charge, but they're going to get Drew for the block.
Yeah, good job by Drew trying to step in and take the charge. But Kamonte Johnson did a good job of kind of sidestepping him as well and didn't hit Drew full right on in the chest. And that was a big basket opportunity that we missed down there. We got this, MacArthur tried to save it into Bowers, and then Bowers went to the basket and got it stripped away as Kamonte Johnson misses the first. 50-43, 6:30 left here in the fourth as Grunder checks in for Bacon. And the Railers are running out opportunities or chances, Jeff, where we've got to take control or get some opportunities where we're getting scores that you just don't get a lot against a good team like MacArthur.
Johnson's second one goes down. He now has 16. It's 51-43. Head to Grunder. Hop down the lane, off the glass, good.
Nice cut, nice pass by Grunder, and a basket for the Railers now, 51-45. A lot of time left here, just over 6 minutes left in the fourth, but the Railers have got to do it on this end, Jeff. We got to get defense and we got to get rebounds.
And we've talked about it every time we play these guys. They are very, very good at holding the basketball. Sometimes they don't look comfortable, and then Isaiah's going to get whistled for the foul on a push at the elbow. For Isaiah, that will be his second.
Yeah, now the bonus too, and a foul you don't want to give MacArthur, mainly because Brummett was a little bit out of control going to the basket, and Isaiah bumps him now, and the Generals are wanting a bonus.
Free throw on the way is up and good. Amir Brummett. And you got to say, Josh, he has a very unusual free throw style,
yeah,
because instead of shooting very centered with the basket, he's all the way to his right.
You don't normally, you know, as a free throw shooter, you step in the middle of the lane. He steps way to the right of the lane and got it to go. So yeah, you're exactly right. The positioning of his feet and his body is not normal.
So we've got both coaches meeting with one of the officials at the scores table. I'm not sure what they're discussing. And they're still talking with someone at the scores table. And I'm wondering if they're questioning either the number of fouls, if they're questioning who the shooter or who should be shooting.
Yeah, I don't know exactly for sure what the disagreement is, but must be the amount of fouls.
So Gary Gustafson, for a lot of Railer fans, will remember he infamously was the official a few years ago that collapsed on the court during the Lincoln game.
Down in Collinsville.
Down in Collinsville. So he's over at the scores table. We're trying to get everything straightened out. And again, we wish we knew what was going on, but they keep looking at the scoreboard to the left of the benches, which has traditionally been the official scoreboard here.
Well, I guess there's no bonus. Just 16 fouls on the Railers now. They went from 8 to 6, so I'm not sure if there was a scoreboard mess up or what has happened now, but we'll take it because now the Generals have got to take the ball back out of bounds and try and score again.
So it was only the 6-team foul.
Is that what you had?
That's what I had. It's only the 6-team foul.
Let's send you down to the bench.
And they have it as Johnson in the lane. Out to Thaxton. His high arcing three is up and good. .54-45, so it's a correctable error as Bowers drives the lane, lays it off the glass and good.
Yeah. Good job by Isaiah getting to the basket. A lot of time left. There's no need for threes right now, but again, we've got to get stops on this end, Jeff. When we leave guys open for threes and easy looks, then MacArthur's going to score, and it's going to be tough for us to get back 3s to 2s.
Tipped away by Grunder. Nice defense by the sophomore. Railers come up with it. Fry ahead to Isaiah. 54-47. Isaiah tries to drive baseline. Pull-up jumper is good from about 12 feet away. Isaiah now with 20, and a timeout taken by MacArthur. It's a full timeout. We'll take it with them. 4:41 to go. 4:47 rather to go here at Roy S. Anderson. Railers down 5, 54-49. Back in 30 seconds with more Lincoln Railer basketball. We want to thank Leaking Heating and Cooling and Realtor Nancy Cunningham at Brady Realtors for their sponsorship of Railer basketball. We've seen some funky things tonight. It's just been odd here.
Yeah, it has been a little different. But again, all in all, a different game. And yet we're right in it. 54-49. It hasn't been pretty. We've taken bad shots. We've had bad turnovers, and there's a turnover by MacArthur. The Railers pick it up by Fry, tipped away by Bowers.
Hop out to Bryson. And they've done a great job as it's tipped away. Oh, they're going to say it's thrown away by the Railers. We're going to say they've done a great job on Bryson and Garrett Isles. As you said, Garrett had that 1-3. I don't think Bryson's got a clean look. And after that one shot Garrett has, they've really done a good job of keeping them from getting the look.
Yeah, and the shots are similar, where it takes a little bit of a time to get it off. And normally when they've caught it, they've not been open, and they've been way too far off the three-point line for any kind of a successful shot that had been too deep. So you can see the scouting report from MacArthur has pushed the Railers off the three-point line.
4:10 to go. Railers down 54-49. Brummett with the drive off the left hand, and it's spun away. Last touch by MacArthur. Coach Ingram is certainly not happy with that one. So it stays back with the Railers. Garrett Isles was at the bench, and the officials did not notice him to invite him in. It's not Friday the 13th, is it?
Oh, they got that next week? Is that no? That's I think it's
Saturday the 13th.
Saturday.
Still.
There you go, yeah.
Strange thing. Well, maybe this is one of those things where it's a strange night. MacArthur finds a way to walk out of here with a loss. As Hop goes to the lane, he got bumped, no call. Rebound comes down to Thaxton for the Generals. Thaxton into the front court. 54-49, 3:45 to go in the game. McLean to the near side, back to Brummett. Brummett's picked up his dribble, hands back to McLean. Now Bowers and Fry try the double team. They force the turnover. Garrett takes it in with the left hand. The layup is good.
Yeah, with a little bit of pressure there on Fry. And Bowers moved up the pressure. They got his trap at about the timeline. And a good job by Isles of reading that pass and picking it off and going coast to coast for the layup. So, again, take a charge. That's short.
54-51, but it rattles good as Amir Brummett makes it 56-51. Bowers down the lane, finger roll, and he missed it, rolled off. Good look from Fry as Isaiah was cutting to the basket. And then Isaiah's going to be whistled for the push as one of the Generals goes down. I didn't see which one that was, but Isaiah picking up the foul with 3:02 to go. Isaiah now with his third.
Yeah, that'll send...
now we're at 17.
I think we're now at the bonus. According to your book over here.
Isaiah goes up and pat on the backside for Brummett. So he'll try it again, and he's still shooting on the very far side of the free throw lane. Free throw on the way, no good. Ball up, and it comes down with the rebound.
Yeah, you can't give up rebounds on free throws, especially, Jeff, especially if you're going to come away with a win here.
Johnson, no. Tip try, no. Rebound, Bowers. Ball loose, picked up by MacArthur. Johnson, baseline, McLean, glass, no. Tip try again, no. MacArthur still fighting for it. Ball loose, and we've got alternating possession, and it'll go to the Railers. Just 6, 7, 8 chances for MacArthur.
Good battle. I love to see it, you know. You're strung there, I think, between, as a ref, you just let the guys go after it until somebody really signifies a foul or a jump ball. And I thought the refs did a good job, and not just being a Railer fan, but you let those guys battle it out underneath.
Garrett Shumper, no good. Isaiah's rebound put back. That bounce is too hard, no good. Rebound back to MacArthur, 56-51. Still a 5-point lead. 2:15 to go in the game. Brummett stops at the free throw line. Now cuts in. Won't go down, but he will go to the line shooting two as he's bumped by Aaron Hopp, his third. 2:09 to go, 56-51. Armand Brummett, free throw on the way is good. Make that to Amir Brummett.
Well, I'll tell you, Bowers had several opportunities too to get a couple layups. He missed a layup on a nice cut off the push ahead to Fry, and then he had a nice offensive rebound. Easily could have just put it up and made it. But again, Bowers too hard on the putback, and there's 4 points that the Railers have given up on easy shots. That when you're trying to battle back from a deficit, it's tough to, you need those.
Makes them both. Hop goes in for the layup, has it knocked away. It'll stay with the Railers, 2:03 to go. MacArthur 58, Lincoln 51. Fry to trigger on the baseline, back out to Isles, gets it back to KJ, corner three, no good, fighting for the rebound. Grunder and Bowers trying to grab it, but it comes out to Kemonte Johnson for the Generals. Yeah. Under 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, now the Railers have got to play good sound defense and try and get a turnover. You don't want to send them to the foul line right now. They've still got a little bit of time, only down 7, 58-51, but you got to know with the experience and the ball handlers that MacArthur's got, they can drain this clock pretty quick.
Brummett back out to McLean. McLean down to a minute and a half. 7-point lead for the Generals. Brummett back to McLean. On the wing. We approach a minute.
Yeah, we got to start fouling now. Fouling.
No look pass to Johnson underneath, off the glass, and it's good. 60-51, 50 seconds to go. Hop will take it straight to the basket, off the glass, and it'll go down. Timeout taken by the Railers. 44.6 to go, 60-53. Just a 30-second timeout, so we will keep it here and say thanks to Lincoln IGA, the Carpet House, Rickham State Farm Insurance for sponsoring Railer basketball. 7-point lead, 44.6 to go. If I remember correctly, Illinois let a lead like this get away the other night against Rutgers.
Yeah, they had a couple threes early or late for Rutgers, but you know the Railers have had their opportunities, plenty of them, Jeff, and we can't find ways to win these close games against teams that we're in it with and maybe shouldn't be, or we've proven that maybe MacArthur's been the better team so far this year, winning 2 games against the Railers, but this was a game where you take control and you get a few rebounds and you make a couple of those layups down the stretch. We're a little bit closer than where we are now.
40 seconds to go, 60-53. Brummett over to McLean. McLean gets bumped. We'll send him to the line shooting 1 in bonus. And the important thing is this is the 9th team foul on the Railers, so this is the one opportunity you got to hope that they miss one, because from here on out it's 2 shots as Isaiah picks up his 4th.
Well, we've given up a rebound off a free throw too, so the Railers got to make sure they box out here and get a rebound.
McLean's free throw is up and good.
You know, and a guy that's hurt us in several occasions, not only here at Roy S, but several times over in Decatur, has been this guy. The Railers have done a pretty good job on him. Just 3 points, now 4 for McLean.
Free throws missed, 61-53. KJ left wing 3, back rim no. McLean another rebound, and he's going to go back to the line because he's fouled on the rebound, and that's going to go against Garrett Isles, his 2nd, 10th team foul. So from here on out, MacArthur shoots 2. Actually, they whistled that one on Ben Grunder, and so for Ben, that's his 5th, and Ben has fouled out. (61-53), 27.6 to go. The 5'9" senior for the Generals. Free throw on the way, will roll off, no good.
These guys be in our regional complex?
Yes, they're in the subsectional. So, yeah, it's the subsection of it Lincoln's in are all Central State 8 teams minus Glenwood, plus Clinton and Taylorville.
Clinton moved to 3A, huh?
Yes. Second one good, 62-53. Well, the Railers started hot from 3. Can they pull one out of the hat with the late surge here? Hop goes down the lane, missed it. Fight for the rebound, and we're headed the other way as a foul's whistled on the Railers on the miss. That'll go against Isaiah, and Isaiah has now fouled out. Isaiah leaves the game tonight, finishing with 20.
Helped with that hot start, 4 threes in a row there in the first quarter, as Bowers set to take it. But it's one of those games, Jeff, as I think experience comes out. These guys get a little bit older. Of course, the seniors don't have much time for that, but you find ways to win this game. This is a MacArthur team who's got some leadership, some senior leadership, along with some nice sophomores. This is a team that can make a run. I think they're good enough. If you can catch them on the right night, or if you're a MacArthur fan, if you can shoot the ball well enough from the perimeter, because there's going to be some guys that can take away Kamonte Johnson, but they hit some threes from the perimeter. This is a team you can see in the super sectional playing a team like Lanphier, or in the sectional playing Lanphier in the championship.
Garrett Isles drives in, the layup is good. 64-55. Final seconds tick away here at Roy S. Anderson. Down to 3. McLean will dribble into the front court as the horn will sound. and this one belongs to Decatur MacArthur. Our final score, MacArthur 64, Lincoln 55. Railers dropped to 12-10 on the season, 6-7 in the conference. MacArthur now 17-6, 9-4 in Central State 8 play. Again, our final, MacArthur 64, Lincoln 55. We'll be back with the Josh Komnick Grounds Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic Center post-game show in a moment. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball. And again, the Railers now 6-7 in conference play, 12-10 here on the regular season. And we're down to just 8 games to go as the Railers look to bounce back from this one tomorrow night as they will be taking on Aurora Central Catholic here in non-conference action tomorrow night. But first things first, we'll tell you about this one. Railers fall tonight 64-55. Coach, thanks for joining us. And well, unfortunately, it seems like another one of those games where you have that taste in your mouth of unforced error here, turnover there, opportunities, layups. You've talked about it. There are certain games when the Railers, their margin of error is 0. Tonight was one of those, and MacArthur showed you what happened when you don't keep the turnovers down.
Yeah, first of all, you can't doubt the effort the kids put forth tonight. I thought they played hard. You just have to be able to make plays and work close. We didn't get any at the end of the quarters or anything, any execution. We relax on situations and we don't get into it. At the end of the third quarter, we had a chance to go down by 2 and have the ball coming out in the fourth. Instead, we turn it over and they throw up and hit a wild half-court 3. And from there on, you're into chasing them around. They spread the floor on you. And those are little pieces of the game that are so important that you have to be able to take care of. You got to be strong enough. You got to be able to pick up your intensity and so forth, because they're coming after you, and we just kind of move along and not think that they're going to do anything, and they're coming hard at you. That's the difference between the levels of play that you do, and we have to be able to handle those things. I think we played hard. I don't doubt that. Our decision-making's got to improve. We're in the month of February, and we say we're a young team. We're still a young team, but we still have to get rid of some of the mistakes that we make that are, lead to situations that we can't handle. And, we missed a lot of layups. We could get to the paint whenever. The decision-making, we go in on a drive and it's wide open to the basket. Instead, we pitch it out for a 3. Just little things that, by playing, you learn how to handle, and we've got to continue that. We're so close from being a really good basketball team.
Coach, it seemed like, and this has happened not only this year but also last year, Kamonte Johnson's really the key for their team against us. It seems like he's the guy that is around the basket. He finds a way to get the basketball, whether it's from the offensive rebounds or MacArthur doing a good job of finding him. It looked like he had a lot of easy opportunities tonight. Guys catching at the free throw line and kicking it right down to Kamonte, who was all around the basket, and he had a lot of easy opportunities for scores.
Well, I thought for the first 6 minutes we really defended well. We had a lot of loose balls. We come up with the loose balls, and then they just, they started doing what they do. They got great shooters with great range. I mean, some of them will shoot 30-footers and with no effort at all. And, that really spreads your defense. That opens up for Johnson inside, and, he benefits from their shooters.
Coach, one of the things we talked about is MacArthur defensively did a real good job. Garrett, I think, had one look at a 3 down on this end, but I think for the rest of the game, both he and Bryson, I think that was their only 3 combined for the night. They did a good job on the outside of those 2 shooters.
Yeah, they covered our perimeter, and, we have to be able to penetrate it. And, I thought they locked on all over. I thought we had more chances to get to the paint and make things happen a little bit more. And, when they lock on and there's no backside help, you have to get to the basket or force them to come help or shoot layups. So, we just got to continue to work to get better.
Yeah, Coach, and nice hot start for the Railers. Got off to a good one, made some threes. Isaiah with a quick start, and I thought a little bit that might have been his worst enemy at times in that second quarter, and then also led a little bit into the third. Then he started to attack the basket a little more as he wasn't, but a guy like Isaiah gets 4 in a row there, and then he starts to concentrate a little more on the three than he really does, which is his best part of the game is getting to the basket. He did that a little more in the second half, in which Hop and Aaron tried to do a little bit more, but Aaron, again, just couldn't get quite off. He's missed several of those games in the last couple games. Those 15-footers aren't dropping for Aaron.
Well, he's got to get him some arch on the ball. It's pretty flat, but you know, you're right. You know, Isaiah's worst enemy, you know, he's an attacker, and he had him set up to attack. You know, when you hit 3 or 4 fours real quick, he should have been going to the basket, and he continued to look for the three. And those are decisions, those are things that a young player has to learn. And, you know, we want him to be a well-rounded player, not just a stand shooter. And he has everything. He's not a great shooter yet, but I think he's one that's going to continue to work to become. If he's got a certain kind of shot, he's really good at it. But he's a penetrator. He's a setup, and, you know, he uses his body really well.
Coach, Josh and I were talking about a few moments ago, and obviously it's certainly the different styles of play that the Railers play versus the Generals. He talked a lot about, you know, how much they get it into Kemontae Johnson. But over the 3 games the Railers have played against MacArthur this year, MacArthur has shot 57 free throws. Lincoln has shot 12.
You know, and I'm not getting into that, you know, because I really felt we got hammered on a lot of things and so forth. And but you know, that's the game, and you just got to play it, and you got to overcome it, and you got to be able to do things the right way. And our guys have got to be able. We missed a lot of layups. We had wide open layups. Yeah, we got bodied a little bit. And, you know, we're pretty prejudiced that we should think our kids should get fouled, and I don't think they should shoot 24 free throws and us only shoot 4 the way they play defense. So, you know, but, you know, you got to be aggressive to the basket to force that.
Coach, Aurora Central coming in tomorrow. So what can Railer fans expect from those guys? I'm sure you've got a chance to see them or at least get some tape on them.
Well, they're not very, you know, they're 6'2" kids. They play just sound basketball. It'll be a tough, you know, we played hard tonight, and what worries me is we come out tomorrow night and play flat.
Non-conference game.
A non-conference game. This team here could really put the hurt on you, and, you know, they're very well coached. They've got a couple shooters. They're kind of, you know, the 6'2" kids have got a little length to them. They're going to play some full court. They're going to play some half court. It's a good game for us. So, you know, we have to come out and be able to execute. And what's good is they've not seen us and seen us play. I'm sure they've scouted us somewhere. There's enough film out online for us that anybody can see. You know, we have to come to play and execute and do our thing.
All right, Coach, well, we will let you go after this one. Railers fall by 9, but good thing, I guess, about a doubleheader weekend is you get a chance to get that taste out of your mouth and get right back in and try and get a win tomorrow night here at Roy S. Anderson. And even though non-conference game, it'd be nice to have a good turnout here from the Railer crowd.
Yeah, it would. And, you know, kids are playing hard, and they just have to make sure we you know, handle things and stay focused, and we have to decision making we've got to do a better job of. And you know, again, it's a learning curve, and you know, we got a lot of guys that this is their first year of varsity experience, so hopefully we'll see some improvement tomorrow.
All right, Coach.
Effort wise, I thought we played hard.
All right, Coach, we'll see you back here tomorrow night.
Thank you.
Railers fall 64-55. We'll wrap it up in a moment. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.
Lincoln Railer Basketball on WLCN 96.3 FM and streaming live on WLCNonline.com is brought to you by Shelter Insurance Agent Corey Leonard, AAA Windows Siding and Doors, The Carpet House, Town and Country Bank, Lincoln IGA, Fifth Street Food Mart, Jason Schmidt at Channel Seeds, Friendship Manor, Rick Ham State Farm Insurance, Lincoln Heating and Cooling, Lincoln Printers, Memorial Sports Care at Abraham Lincoln Memorial Hospital, Lincoln College, Realtor Nancy Cunningham at Brady Realtors, Stacy Family Pharmacy, Community Action Partnership of Central Illinois, Grau Incorporated, Schneider Chiropractic, Lincoln Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Edward Jones Financial Advisor Christine Short, St. Clara's Manor, Eaton Corporation, Jim Examus Ford Lincoln, Bright Ideas Screen Printing and Embroidery, Headline Salon LLC, and by Family Custom Cleaners Laundry, Tanning and U-Haul.